Good morning. This is going to be a special full moon reading for Cancer. I was trying to get them all out yesterday, but I haven't done that yet. But I'm working on videos all day today. But I did also want to say that sometimes my energy is always changing too. So I might say something and then like 2 or 3 weeks later, it no longer resonates with me either, because I'm on a spiritual journey of ascension also, where I'm clearing, outdated beliefs. Sometimes I will, hear something and, I will kind of run with it myself, and later on it won't resonate with me when I actually really connect on a deep spiritual level. So what I want to say is I'm learning and growing also. The other thing is I am not a fortune teller. I'm not going to sit here and predict the future for you. I am going to tell you that you are a co-creator with the universe, with source energy, and you can create whatever type of experience you want by what you focus your intentions and focus your energy on. With that being said, I consider it, when I first started this channel, I didn't know which direction I was going to go in. And now I know, because I've received clarity myself, which is why I was basically trying to say. This is an energy report. This is letting you know where your energy is right now and what kind of blocks that you have to abundance, for bringing in your highest possible outcome, highest possible timeline. So whatever blocks you have to abundance, and that's love, money, whatever that you're trying to manifest into your life. That is what these energy reports are for. With that being said, this is a collective energy for the sign of Cancer. So if you would like a personal reading, they are $40, and I'll include my email in the description of the video, and I can give you personal guidance that has came through from the cards from Spirit. And I'll connect to your higher self as well. All right, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So this is the King of Swords. And basically what I got with this message was, because to clarify it, hold on, let me go with the clarifying card. The energy that I got with this card is nature. Because you notice all of these things are going all around here. It's like there's a storm going on around you, and you're trying to still function. See how she's still trying to function and all this, and it's like she's trying to write out her thoughts, maybe write out her feelings right now, how she's feeling, and she's trying to ignore all this that's going on around her. Basically, when we have things like this happen, we have to know, we have to trust deeper. We have to have a deeper faith. When our back is against the wall, all we can do is surrender more and have more faith. And how do you have more faith? By knowing that everything that's happening is happening for a reason. And even if it's something that you consider to be a mistake, as long as you learned something from it, it's not a mistake. It's helped you to grow. So do acknowledge what's going on around you as far as, what is this teaching me? But do not focus your energy on it. You want to starve it out. If something has shown up in your reality that you consider to be shitty, you don't like it, starve it out. And how do you starve it out? You don't talk about it. You don't dwell on it. You don't worry about it. You don't have any type of anxiety about it. You just accept that it is what it is. And the reason why I said this card reminds me of nature is because I really believe that you need to spend more time connecting to nature. Have you ever been out? The energy that I'm getting from this card is, that feeling when you're outside and you look around and you see, maybe beautiful swans or ducks or geese on the lake, or you hear birds chirping, or you see a bluebird in the tree. Just that amazing feeling that you have when you really connect with nature. That is the energy I'm getting from this card. So, and when you're in that moment, sorry if you hear my dogs walking around, When you're in that moment, you are connected to who you truly are as a soul. Everything else just falls away by its own accord. It's so easy to get lost in nature and not have any cares in the world. So that is the energy that you really need to be in, that you need to get in. And it might involve spending more time outdoors, but definitely surrendering whatever's happening right now and strengthening your faith muscle. We have the Queen of Wands, and this is a very powerful queen. This is a queen who knows her abilities. Look, I mean, she's manifesting donuts. I mean, it's a powerful energy. I mean, she has really stepped into her power, and she recognizes that whatever she focuses her intentions on, whatever she focuses her energy on, will grow. She does not sit and stress about what she doesn't have. Because when you sit and stress about what you don't have, guess what? You're never going to have it. So this is really clearing that energy and really stepping into your power, really owning it. It's beautiful, beautiful energy right there. That is this, and this is where you need to get at. And you get it by surrendering right now anything that's going on. Just stop resisting anything that's shown up in your reality. That's when true change can happen. To clarify that Queen of Wands, we have religion, canon, rules, and commandments. And basically the message that I'm getting with this card is that you're being very hard on yourself. The energy that I'm getting from this is, okay, like perhaps you are involved in a marriage where you know it's been over for a long time, but you won't leave because of your faith and your beliefs that you would fail if this marriage ended, or people would look down on you, or this is being ultra responsible, even if it means sacrificing your soul. So basically the message that's coming through from Spirit is to always honor yourself and to not consider anything that's happening right now as a failure if it doesn't work out. Because a lot of times when we're not being true to ourselves, we end up in situations that don't resonate with us later on down the road, because it's like you don't want to be alone, or you feel like you need to have a partner. Maybe it's required of you to settle down and get married. And I grew up in a small town, and everyone got married right out of high school, settled down, had kids, got a job. That was what was required of you. And anything other than that was considered kind of going against societal norms, is what I'm getting at. So it's almost like we settle sometimes just so that we can please other people. And maybe, you got involved in like employment, or with somebody that you settled down with and married that, you really don't like. It's all right to walk away from those type of situations. Be true to yourself. This is the Tower moment. A tower comes down when we are not built on a solid foundation. And a solid foundation is really knowing yourself and not being in that energy, that disease to please, where you want to please others. I just want to do what others want me to do. And when you do those things, this tower is going to come down eventually, because it's not built on solid ground. To clarify that card, we have assertiveness. Stand up for your beliefs and only say yes if you really want to. Man, I could not have made this up. I swear this is like that exact energy I was talking about. Do honor yourself and really make sure you know what your beliefs are. A lot of times we take on our parents' beliefs, our community's beliefs, things that we think that are required of us. A lot of times you have to get into this energy here where, you just don't care what people think about you. You're going to do what makes you happy. That message came through. This here, the first thing I saw when I saw this Two of Swords is this is kind of walking that tightrope, trying to please others, trying to keep everybody happy, trying to keep the status quo. Sometimes you've got to rock the boat. You know, when we are born and we are incarnated in these physical bodies, understand our soul is eternal. Our soul has had other existences, other realities besides this one. We take on conditioning from our parents, from our community, from school. And these are beliefs that are ingrained in us. And a lot of times they're fear-based. And as we start shedding those layers of ourselves like an onion, we get closer to the core of who we really are. And don't be scared to rock the boat. And then to clarify that, we have tarot cards and guidance, which is what you're doing now. But once again, don't come here looking for... A lot of times we have a need to know. I know I don't like to be blindsided, so I like to know what's coming at me. Because it's very scary when you don't know. But the message that's coming through from Spirit is that you don't have to know the process. Just have trust and faith and believe. We have the Four of Wands. And basically the message that I'm getting with this card is a lot of times we manifest things from our ego standpoint. Okay, we're focused on things that we don't want. But see, we don't even know that we don't want them because we really don't know ourselves because of all the conditioning and the disease to please. So we are manifesting things and see, we're running from them. That is that whole situation I was talking about, that maybe you settle down with somebody who just isn't for you. And you keep manifesting more of these things. And you're really trying to get away from it. You just want to be free. You want to be a free spirit. You want true happiness, and you're realizing that the things and the situations that you've been attracting to you are not making you happy. And to clarify that, we have the Goddess of the Moon, and we do have an amazing full moon right now. I started feeling the energy days ago. Definitely do work with that energy of the moon. It's a great time to write down whatever it is that you don't want and burn it, release it. But not only this, the moon is your shadow side. It is the side that you don't want to face. A lot of times we will attach ourselves to others and situations. We'll overwork. We will take on substance abuse so that we do not face those things within us that we don't want to face. That is your shadow side. That is the moon. Look at it as the sun and the moon. So do definitely go deep. And really try to clear out these cycles that you've been stuck in, that you have really been wanting to please others. This is a conformity card. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with conformity. But when you do this and you follow the crowd, you do so blindly. You're not being conscious. You're not being aware. That message came through. And how you can do this is by connecting with the spirit world. And the message that's coming through for you, Cancer, is that you do this through nature. This is all about love. And really wanting a soulful connection. And not just wanting something superficial. And like I said, the energy that I'm really getting from this reading is that whole energy I had growing up in a small town where everyone's just trying to fit in. And you settle down with somebody from your school, get married, have kids, and you just live forever, happily ever after, so-called, you know? The soul wants growth. The soul does not want to stagnate. And a lot of times we get bored in situations. And the reason why we get bored in situations is because there's no growth. And once again, I realize that I do trigger people with my videos. That message came to me this morning from Spirit because I was like, you know what? I started off with so many views and now they've gone down. And I believe the reason why is because I do tend to trigger people. But what I wanted to say was, human beings were never meant to be monogamous. Am I saying you should be a player or you should be polyamorous or you should go cheat on your spouse? No. Monogamy was created in a fear-based energy to have rules. It's a contract. It is conditions. It is not unconditional love. And the paradox is, when you are with somebody, love and fear cannot exist together. They're on separate poles. Monogamy was created out of fear. I have got to own this person. I've got to possess this person so that they do not leave me. That is not love. When you give somebody freedom and you're not pushing them away with all of your rules and requirements, because I know as a human being, rules tend to make me quite contrary. It's because as souls, we are free spirits and we want to be free. So this is a suffocating energy, and the whole paradox is, once you give somebody space and you allow them freedom and room to grow, guess what? They're not going anywhere. That's the whole paradox, because why would they? But when you have these heavy requirements and the suffocating energy with the person that you love, or when they're doing that with you, that message came through. Maybe somebody's doing this with you. What does it make you want to do? It makes you want to leave and find somebody else. This cannot be for me. This person cannot be for me because I'm so unhappy. So the message that I'm getting with this card is that if you are in a situation where you are not able to grow and really expand and have freedom, I know I was in the same marriage for 20 years where I couldn't even listen to the kind of music I wanted because it was all about what he wanted to do. And that made me very unhappy because I love music. And that naturally made me want to pull away. So that is the energy that I'm getting at right now, is that do make sure you honor yourself. And it's all right to walk away from situations that no longer serve you. You're not, a lot of times, this is it's a church card. Like a lot of times we're concerned about, we've been conditioned to believe, oh, we're going to go to hell, or things like that. I was raised in a Baptist church. I get it. So we're scared to walk away from situations that no longer serve us. That is the energy I'm getting with this card. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. The romance of a lifetime is that true, pure love, that one where you can grow and you can feel free to be yourself. And you don't have to have that disease to please where you're scared you're going to lose somebody, because neither one of you are going anywhere. This is the love of a lifetime. Great fortune. How do you get to this great fortune? By showing gratitude now. Do not focus on what you don't have. A lot of times, I work in sales, so sometimes I catch myself, man, I'm not going to make the money I need today. I probably should make a payment arrangement on my account. Well, that is a backup plan. And guess what I always get when I do that? My backup plan. So do not do that. Definitely, and whenever we have a fear come up, it reflects back on us. I've had to really pull it back. Okay, why do I feel like I'm not going to make enough money today? Because I feel like I don't deserve it? Because good things don't happen to me? You got to clear that energy. You've got to. Family room. And what I got with this is to make your home what you want it to be. I know I was in a waiting energy for 3 years because I was waiting on someone to come to me. I did not fix my home up because, he lives in a different state from me. So I thought, well, I'm not going to fix my home up the way that I want it, because he might ask me to go live with him, and that's really what I'm waiting on. And guess what? I wasted a couple years just sitting around here, waiting. And when you're in that waiting energy, you're acknowledging that you don't have what you want. So I said, you know what? I'm going to fix up my house exactly like I want it. It's like a little cottage now. I just love it. I love the energy in here. I started doing things that I put on the back burner, and I started putting myself first. And guess what happened? When I was able to kind of release that and not have my focus on it, it started coming to me. That's how this works. main female. Once again, the energy that I'm getting with this are those restrictions and those requirements, that exclusivity. People are so focused, especially on social media. Let's go public with our relationship on Facebook. For what? I mean, you need people to validate the fact that you have a solid relationship. I have found that the most solid and the most real relationships are not even on social media. Most of the time, the ones that are, it's out of insecurity. I'm marking my territory. He or she is mine. You can't have them. Fear-based energy. So definitely do check that. Check your energy all the time, because the paradox is, once you have this type of love here, you no longer even have to worry. Once you stop worrying, you can have this kind of love. That's the paradox. Well, Cancer, this is your special full moon reading, and I will put my email in the description of the video, and thank you so much for watching.